Hey Virginia teachers! Like a lot of you, I was excited when I heard that state testing was canceled. But when the governor announced that schools were closed for the rest of the year, I was shocked. I know so many Virginia teachers have questions about what do these school closings mean for teachers and students and for next school year. So today, I want to answer some of the biggest questions that Virginia teachers are asking. Now, before I answer your questions, I want you to know that everything I'm sharing with you today comes directly from the VDOE website. I have crawled through all of its updates and announcements and guidelines that it's posted so that way you don't have to do that. So now let's dive into some of your top questions. The number one question I've been hearing Virginia teachers ask is, am I still expected to teach, or what is teaching going to look like? Now, the governor has been clear that this is to be decided at the local level. So ultimately, it is up to your district how it decides to move forward. And the reason for that is we all work in really different districts with students from different backgrounds and access to different types of technology. And so we can't expect the same thing for all students across the state. Now, as of the time of filming this video, the governor has made 3 recommendations as to how to proceed for the rest of the school year, or into next school year, I guess we could say. The first one is to move to online or distance learning, and I know many of you are adjusting to that right now. And if you are, make sure to check out a lot of the videos on my channel. I've been creating so many videos about Zoom and virtual learning and activities students can do from home to help you. The second option the governor has given is to move all of the content left for this year into next school year. So if your students don't have access to technology and distance learning is not an option, the content can be moved into next school year. Now, the third option the governor has given really goes along with the second one, and that is to extend next school year. So that could be extending individual days, it could be extending the number of days in the school year, but basically to extend next school year and then fit in all of that content that students are missing this year. And like I said, it's ultimately going to be up to your district to decide which way it moves forward. Another question I keep hearing Virginia teachers ask right now is, will there be SOL testing? Now, before schools were even closed for the remainder of the school year, the Department of Education said that it would grant waivers to any state that applied to waive their state testing for the year. Now, Virginia has applied to waive state testing for the 2019-2020 school year, and the Department of Education has approved that waiver. So there is no SOL testing this year. What we don't know as of right now is, will there be testing next year? Obviously, even if you've gone to distance learning, there's going to be a lot of learning that needs to be made up next year. And it would be nice if we were offered the choice of not having to worry about SOLs next year so that we could all get caught up. But I think right now, most of our leaders are really just focused on getting through this school year, and then they'll decide about testing and everything that happens next school year once we get through this school year. Another common question is, how are my students getting meals? I think as teachers, we're more concerned about our students than we are ourselves, and making sure that their needs are met even though they're not coming to school every day. And so I do want you to feel comfortable in knowing that if your students qualify for free and reduced lunch, they are still eligible to receive that free and reduced lunch, even though they're not actually attending school. Now, the governor is leaving it in the hands of each district to decide how that food is to be disseminated, but they have made it very clear that people cannot congregate for the meal. So it either has to be a drop-off system or something where people pick up and go, but we can't have people congregating anywhere due to social distancing. Now, if you have even more questions about how students are able to receive meals during this time, make sure to check out the blog post that I've listed in the description for this video, because I go into a lot more detail about free and reduced lunch and how meals can be disseminated according to federal and state guidelines. The last question I want to answer today is, how is this time affecting attendance data. We all know that attendance data is really important. It's possible that it can play a role in our schools and districts' funding. So how is this affecting everything? Well, since schools are closed, students aren't technically absent because there's nothing there for them to attend. So this time will have no impact at all whatsoever on your attendance data. If you have even more questions about everything that's happening right now, make sure to check out the blog post that I've listed in the description for this video. That post answers even more questions about what's going on with Virginia's education system right now, and the answers to all of those questions are coming directly from the VDOE. Also, in the description, you can find a link to subscribe to my Virginia Teacher newsletter. Each month, I send out a newsletter that has news about Virginia teachers and free resources and teaching ideas all aligned to the SOL, so make sure to sign up for that. And last, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of my latest teaching tips. Until next time, happy teaching.